Okay, you work for First Magazine,
Yes.
and you wrote the Watchmen cover story this month. Do you draw any parallels to any other superheroes in the comic universe?
Other superheroes.
Because I personally, I can draw parallels to other superheroes, like Rorschach reminds me a
Yes.
lot, like The Question from DC Comics.
Yes.
Silk Spectre reminds me a lot of Black Canary or maybe Wonder Woman.
Night Owl is Batman.
Night Owl is
so
so
Batman.
Batman.
So Batman.
And it's also a lot like Blue Beetle.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's right. And now there's this interesting character called the Comedian, who isn't very funny because he beats up people like Chris Brown, right?
Yeah.
So what about this guy? What is he? Is he Jerry Seinfeld on an angry day?
He's more like Nick Fury on a happy day.
But without the eye patch.
Without the eye patch.
Yeah, let's
Without
leave
the
it
eye
to
patch.
Tom Cruise.
Okay. Now this you know, the thing about this Watchmen is that when you watch it, you think it's going to be full of superheroes and all that, but actually it's not. It's something to say about society, right?
Yes.
Okay. Correct.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
I think so.
I think the superhero theme was very incidental. The whole show could have been about just people and different jobs instead of being with them being just superheroes. It's just more interrelationships
Yeah,
that we're watching.
Right. Am I right to say that it actually started a trend of these very dark stories like The Dark Knight? It preempted The Dark Knight, right?
Yeah, it did preempt The Dark Knight. The Watchmen was the first comic book to be called a graphic novel, and it was placed side by side with your everyday novels. And that sort of like it disassociated itself with the normal comic books, trying to market themselves as adult novels.
All right. This came out in the 1980s.
That's right.
Yeah. This graphic novel was also put together into one big volume.
Yep, they call it a trade paperback. Yeah.
Right.
Collecting all 12 issues.
Right. And the creator is a man who looks like a grizzly bear, right?
Yes, he looks like Nostradamus, in fact.
Right. It's,
Crazy beard.
and
Yeah.
his name is?
Alan Moore.
And he
Yeah.
himself has disassociated himself from all of his movie adaptations.
What's wrong with that guy?
Yes.
I don't know. He wrote the League of Extraordinary Gentlemen,
Yes.
and after the movie came out, he felt it wasn't right.
Yeah, it wasn't up to scratch.
Wasn't
And
up to
plus,
his-
he went to
his
court,
standard.
you know.
He went to court,
Yeah.
and then the next movie, which was adapted by him, was V for Vendetta.
Yes.
And
Oh,
he
that's
sort of-
that's
yes,
fun. That's
that was
fun.
really
That's
good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That was a good movie,
Yeah,
well done.
yeah.
And he still took his stand and said he's going to disassociate himself from like Hollywood remakes of his movie. And Watchmen comes along, same thing.
Right. No,
Yes.
I thought that this movie was pretty long. You know, I went in on Friday and came out on Saturday. Do you think it was too long?
I think it was a long movie, but I think it wasn't slow paced.
You know what? I actually wanted it to be longer.
Yeah.
Because they left out so many little parts. I was actually hoping it would be a little longer, but I think most people in the audience were saying, enough already!
Yeah, they wanted to see action. They wanted to see like 300 naked men, but it wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, that's the thing.
That was only
That's the
one.
thing. This movie is directed by Zack Snyder, who did 300. And you know, 300, it really looked like some kind of comic book thing. This one actually looked like a real movie.
Yeah,
Right?
exactly.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah?
Yeah, because, you know, the graphic novel is quite cinematic in a lot of ways, you know. It has a lot of cuts and close-ups and stuff. So, yeah, that being said, they did a pretty good job.
Okay. Now, I think that we've gone through all there is about the Watchmen, and now we'd like you to watch it. The final clip is how one of the characters turned into a Watchman. Okay, that's all from all of us.
Oh, I'll catch up with you guys. I think I left my watch inside.
Hey, let's just wait a second.
I cross the room to the intrinsic field center. I find my watch. When I get to the door, Wally is turning white.
Program's locked in. We can't override the time lock.
I'm sorry, John. But I can't.
Don't leave me! Don't leave me!
I feel fear for the last time.
So that's how Billy Crudup becomes Dr. Manhattan.
My superpowers are really feel, they're not just, I don't feel very superpowered today. How about you guys?
You gotta wash your towel.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You're wearing
it's
a
time.
towel.
It's really time.
Maybe day towel will be better than night towel.
Yeah, I know. So, well, now the thing is, this Watchmen, who do you think is going to see this movie?
I think people will see this movie because of Zack Snyder's name attached to the whole movie. The same crowd that went to see 300 will rock on up in fashion to see The Watchmen. But you know what? They'll be in for a big surprise. There won't be big action sequences. So please watch The Watchmen, but not for the big action sequences because it's an intelligent movie. It's multi-layered, has really good characters, and it's not a superhero movie. Like the book wasn't a comic book. The graphic novel was not a comic book.
Yeah, but even though it is an intellectual comic book movie, I did love the action scenes quite a lot.
Yeah.
Do you guys remember all those broken arm scenes? They're like, unforgettable, man. I could hear everyone in the audience going, oh, every time somebody's arm was broken.
Yeah, man, they were really broken, huh? The bones were sticking
Sticking
out.
out.
The joints
everything.
came out.
I would like to ask Wonder Why Woman,
Yes.
from a point of view of someone who read the comic book, do you think there's any comic book fans or any part of the movie that comic book fans would not like?
Yes, it's the
That
ending.
wasn't faithful?
Yeah, the ending is a little different actually.
Okay,
because,
without
giving too much
giving
away.
spoilers, giving too
Yeah,
much away.
I think the fans would know by now that Zack Snyder has already told everybody that there is not going to be a giant octopus like there was in the comic. It's going to
Okay.
be something else. So whether that something else will be affected, I don't know because some people like it, some didn't like it. I actually missed the poor octopus.
Okay.
Poor octopus.
Well, no octopus. Okay, guys, no octopus. But tell me, this whole idea about a guy trying to kill all the superheroes, is that faithful? Is that what it's all about?
Yes,
Yeah.
the comic book, yep. Exactly the same. The funny thing about it's ironic that I said it, but the funny thing about a comedian is that he's a plot device, and he's almost never in the story. He's just in flashbacks.
Yeah, flashbacks, yeah.
Yeah.
And straight in the beginning of the movie, he's dead. So he's dead. It sort of reminds me of that other movie. What was it? It was sort of like where you can bend the bullets. Wanted.
Wanted.
It's exactly
Angelina
it.
Jolie.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's almost the same. It's almost the same.
Yeah. Wow, that was one kicker, man. Damn it.
Did you like Wanted?
Yeah, that Angelina Jolie, man. Don't get me started. You gotta. I'm sorry. I'm gone.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, so
And he's back.
that's one of my superpowers. All right. Thinking about Angelina Jolie.
So that's why you need the towel. You need the towel close to you because you keep thinking about Angelina Jolie all the time, right? You gotta wash it now, bro.
All right. So, final thing is, how would you guys rate Watchmen?
Okay. Faithfulness, I'll give it, I don't know, I'm gonna go with 9 out of 10.
Why?
Oh, are we rating out of 5?
No, not out of 5. Out of 5.
Out of 5, okay.
Out of 5.
Five.
No 10
Okay,
stars.
4 out of 5.
4 out of 5.
Why?
4 out of 5, it was very faithful to the comic book. I'm not a fan of Zack Snyder's way of filming. He uses a lot of green screen effects. I'm not so much of a CGI guy myself, but he knows how to adapt a comic book faithfully and with mass appeal.
Right. Okay. And Wonder Why Woman?
Well, I think I'm going to give it 5, full 5.
Excellent.
Just because, I think there's very little that could have been done to improve this movie. It was really that good. It had me gripped the whole time, and that's really hard to do for something that's so long. So, yes, absolutely. 5 stars.
Well, anyway. I'm trying to remember when was the last time I was gripped like Wonder Why Woman.
Dark Knight, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yes.
It's a bit Dark Knight-ish, right?
It's a bit Dark Knight, yeah. It's very real. It's based in like a real world. The superheroes are very human, like I've said before. So you identify these people as like your friends, like any other drama show. You don't even think of it as a superhero show.
Yeah.
I know. I was watching it and I thought, what is the world turning into when you have all these heroes trying to save the world and they have no superpowers? Now, this is where we all have to sign up. Okay, so with our powers or non-powers. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.
Up and away!